Hello, and welcome to Midnight Science Stories. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Let your body sink into the softness beneath you. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. Just rest here, with me, as we explore one of the most mysterious and beautiful aspects of being human. Tonight, we're going to talk about dreams. Why you dream. What happens in your sleeping mind? The gentle science behind those mysterious nighttime journeys. Take a slow breath in, and let it go. This is a story that will last through the night. You don't need to hear every word. You don't need to remember anything. Just let my voice be a companion as you drift deeper and deeper into sleep. If you find yourself fading away, that's exactly what should happen. The story will be here, soft and steady, whenever you need it. Let's begin our journey into the sleeping mind. Part 1, The Threshold of Sleep, 5:25:00. Every night, you stand at a threshold. The boundary between waking and sleeping. Between consciousness and something else entirely. Something strange and wonderful. As you lie here now, your body is already beginning its nightly transformation. Your heart rate is slowing, just a little. Your breathing is becoming deeper, more rhythmic. Your muscles are releasing tension you didn't even know you were holding. This transition happens so smoothly, so naturally, that you barely notice it. But it's remarkable, really. Your brain is preparing for one of its most important tasks. Not rest, exactly. But something more active. Something more mysterious. Your brain is preparing to dream. Scientists have wondered about dreams for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. They had special priests whose only job was to interpret dreams. These priests kept detailed records, writing on papyrus scrolls by lamplight, documenting every symbol, every strange image that appeared in the night. The ancient Greeks built temples dedicated to dreaming. People who were sick or troubled would travel great distances to sleep in these temples, hoping for healing dreams. They believed the god Asclepius would visit them in their sleep and offer cures. Take another slow breath. Feel yourself sinking deeper into comfort. In ancient China, philosophers debated whether dreams were real or illusion. There's a famous story about a philosopher named Zhuangzhou, who dreamed he was a butterfly. The dream was so vivid, so real, that when he woke up, he wasn't sure if he was a man who had dreamed of being a butterfly, or if he was actually a butterfly now dreaming of being a man. It's a beautiful question, isn't it? One that still resonates today, thousands of years later. But tonight, we're going to explore what modern science has discovered about dreams. And the story that emerges is just as beautiful, just as mysterious, as any ancient myth. Your brain right now, as you lie here listening, is already beginning to change its patterns. If we could watch your brain activity, we would see it shifting. The fast, alert waves of waking consciousness are starting to slow down, becoming longer, more rolling, like ocean waves. You're entering what scientists call stage 1 sleep. It only lasts a few minutes, this first stage. You might not even realize you're falling asleep. You might still feel awake. But your brain knows. Your brain is already beginning its nightly journey. In this first stage, you might experience something called hypnic jerks. Those sudden muscle twitches that sometimes jolt you just as you're drifting off. Scientists think these happen because your muscles are relaxing so quickly that your brain momentarily worries you're falling. So it sends a quick signal to catch yourself. It's just your brain taking care of you. Even as you fall asleep, it's watching over you. Let yourself drift. There's no need to fight sleep. That's why you're here. As you move deeper into stage 2 sleep, something interesting happens. Your body temperature drops, just slightly. Your heart rate slows even more. and your brain begins to produce something called sleep spindles. These are brief bursts of brain activity, rapid little pulses that appear on brain scans like tiny fireworks. Scientists believe these sleep spindles are your brain's way of protecting your sleep. They help block out external noise and sensations, keeping you asleep even when there are sounds around you. Your brain is creating a shield of sleep, keeping you safe in your rest. You don't need to think about any of this. It's all happening automatically, naturally. Your brain knows exactly what to do. Soon, you'll enter deeper sleep. Stage 3, what scientists call slow-wave sleep. This is the deepest, most restorative sleep. Your brain waves become long and slow, rolling like gentle hills. Your muscles are completely relaxed. You're very difficult to wake at this stage. But you won't stay here all night. Sleep isn't a straight line down into darkness. It's more like waves, or a spiral. You'll cycle through different stages of sleep, moving up and down through levels of consciousness, all night long. And at certain points in these cycles, something magical happens. You begin to dream. Part 2, the discovery of REM sleep, 25:00:50:00. The scientific study of dreams truly began on a night in 1952. A graduate student named Eugene Aserinsky was working late in a laboratory at the University of Chicago. He was studying sleep, watching people as they slept, recording their brain waves on long scrolls of paper. It was tedious work. Night after night, watching sleeping people, watching the slow waves of deep sleep appear on the machines. But Aserinsky was patient. And one night, he noticed something strange. The sleeper's eyes were moving rapidly, back and forth, even though they were clearly asleep. And at the same time, the brain wave patterns had changed. They looked almost like waking patterns, fast and active, even though the person was definitely sleeping. Aserinsky watched, fascinated. He had discovered REM sleep. Rapid eye movement sleep. The stage of sleep where most of our vivid dreams occur. Let your breathing deepen. Feel the weight of your body against the bed. Aserinsky and his professor, Nathaniel Kleitman, began waking people up during these periods of rapid eye movement. And almost every time, the sleepers reported they had been dreaming. Vivid, story-like dreams. Dreams full of images and emotions and bizarre events. This was revolutionary. Before this, many scientists believed dreams were just random noise, brief flashes that happen when you were waking up. But Aserinsky and Kleitman showed that dreaming was an active, organized process. Something your brain did regularly, predictably, throughout the night. You enter REM sleep for the first time about 90 minutes after you fall asleep. This first REM period is short, maybe just 10 minutes. But as the night goes on, your REM periods get longer and longer. By morning, you might spend 30 or 40 minutes at a time in REM sleep, dreaming elaborate dreams. Most people have 4 or 5 REM periods each night. 4 or 5 extended dreams. You spend about 2 hours every night dreaming, even if you don't remember most of it. 2 hours. That's remarkable when you think about it. Over a lifetime, you'll spend about 6 years dreaming. 6 years living in another world, a world created entirely by your own mind. During REM sleep, something fascinating happens to your body. Your brain paralyzes you. Not completely, but most of your major muscle groups stop working. You can still breathe, of course. Your heart still beats. Your eyes move rapidly beneath your closed lids. But your arms and legs are still, held gently in place by signals from your brainstem. This might sound frightening, but it's actually protective. Your brain paralyzes you so you don't act out your dreams. So you don't actually run or fight or move in the physical world while you're running or fighting in your dreams. Let yourself relax even more deeply. Your body knows how to sleep. It's done this thousands of times. Very rarely, this paralysis system doesn't work properly. Some people have a condition where they do act out their dreams, moving and talking in their sleep. Other people wake up before the paralysis wears off, and they experience sleep paralysis, feeling unable to move for a few moments. But for most people, most of the time, this system works perfectly. You dream wild, active dreams while your body rests peacefully. Your brain during REM sleep is almost as active as when you're awake. Almost, but not quite. There are some interesting differences. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logical thinking and self-awareness, becomes less active during dreams. This is why dreams often feel so strange, so illogical. You accept impossible things in dreams. You don't question why you're suddenly back in your childhood home, or why your friend has turned into someone else, or why you can fly. Your logical mind is quieter. Your creative, associative mind takes over. At the same time, the emotional centers of your brain become more active. The amygdala, which processes fear and other strong emotions, lights up during REM sleep. This is why dreams can feel so emotionally intense. Why you can wake up with your heart pounding from a nightmare, or feel genuine joy from a beautiful dream. The visual cortex is also highly active. Your brain is generating images, scenes, entire worlds, all from memory and imagination. You're essentially hallucinating, but in a controlled, natural way. Your brain is telling you stories and pictures. And here's something beautiful. Your brain during REM sleep shows a pattern of activity similar to when you're awake and imagining something vividly. Dreaming and imagination are closely related. They might be the same process, just happening at different times. Breathe slowly. Let your mind drift where it wants to go. After each REM period, you cycle back into deeper sleep. The slow wave sleep. Then back up to lighter sleep. Then into REM again. All night long, this cycle repeats. Up and down through the stages of sleep, like breathing in and out, like waves on a shore. Some scientists call this the sleep architecture. The structure of your night. And it's remarkably consistent from person to person, from night to night. Your brain follows this pattern naturally, automatically, orchestrating your sleep with precision. You don't need to do anything. Just rest. Just let it happen. Part 3. Why We Dream, The Theories, 50:00, 80:00. So why do we dream? What purpose does it serve? This is one of the great questions in neuroscience. And the truth is, we still don't have one definitive answer. Instead, we have several beautiful, interlocking theories. Each one captures something true about what dreams do for us. Let yourself sink even deeper now. There's nothing to solve, nothing to understand. Just listen and drift. One of the earliest scientific theories came from Sigmund Freud, over 100 years ago. Freud believed dreams were wish fulfillment. That your unconscious desires, especially ones that were forbidden or suppressed, would emerge in disguised form in your dreams. Freud's ideas have fallen out of favor in modern neuroscience. But he understood something important: dreams are meaningful. They reflect something about who you are, what you're feeling, what you're thinking about. A more modern theory suggests that dreams are your brain's way of processing emotions. During the day, you experience countless emotional moments. Some big, some small. Joy and frustration, love and disappointment, fear and excitement. Your brain needs to make sense of all these feelings, to integrate them into your memory and understanding. REM sleep might be when this processing happens. Your brain takes the emotional experiences of the day and works through them, creating stories and scenarios that help you understand and cope with your feelings. There's evidence for this. Studies have shown that people who are going through emotional difficulties, like a breakup or a loss, have more intense REM sleep and more emotional dreams. It's as if their brains are working overtime, trying to process the pain. And people who get enough REM sleep tend to be better at regulating their emotions the next day. They're less reactive, more balanced. REM sleep, and the dreams that come with it, might be emotional therapy. A natural way your brain helps you cope with life. Let your breath be slow and easy. In and out, like gentle waves. Another theory focuses on memory. Scientists have discovered that sleep is crucial for forming long-term memories. When you learn something new during the day, the memory is fragile at first. It needs to be consolidated, strengthened, woven into your existing web of knowledge. This consolidation happens during sleep. Both during slow-wave sleep and during REM sleep. Your brain essentially replays the experiences of the day, strengthening the neural connections that encode those memories. Dreams might be a side effect of this process. As your brain sorts through memories, deciding what to keep and what to discard, it creates strange collages. It mixes recent experiences with old memories, combines them in new ways, tests out different connections. Have you ever dreamed about something that happened to you that day, but it was mixed with people or places from your past? That might be your brain linking new memories with old ones, creating associations, building your memory network. Some scientists think dreams are like overnight therapy sessions, where your brain processes not just any memories, but specifically the ones that were emotionally challenging or important. Your brain is asking, what did I learn today? What do I need to remember? How do I feel about what happened? And in dreaming, it finds answers. There's another theory, one that's particularly beautiful. It suggests that dreams are your brain's way of staying creative, of maintaining the ability to think flexibly and make unusual connections. During the day, your thinking is often focused and goal-directed. You're trying to solve specific problems, complete tasks, navigate social situations. Your prefrontal cortex is in charge, keeping your thoughts logical and on track. But creativity requires something different. It requires the ability to make unexpected connections, to see patterns that aren't obvious, to think outside the usual pathways. Dreams might give your brain a chance to do this. With your prefrontal cortex quieter, your brain can form wild associations, mix concepts that don't normally go together, explore ideas without judgment or logic. Many artists and scientists have reported getting ideas from their dreams. The structure of the benzene molecule was supposedly discovered in a dream. Paul McCartney said the melody for Yesterday came to him in a dream. Mary Shelley dreamed the core idea for Frankenstein. Your brain in dreams is free to be strange, to be illogical, to try things that would never occur to your waking mind. And sometimes, in that strangeness, it finds something valuable. Feel yourself drifting, floating on the sound of these words. There's yet another theory about why we dream, one that's a bit more primal. Some scientists believe dreams are a kind of threat simulation. A way your brain practices dealing with danger in a safe environment. Think about the common themes in dreams. Being chased. Falling. Losing something important. Being unprepared for a test or presentation. These are all scenarios that involve threat or stress. Maybe your brain creates these scenarios to rehearse your responses. To keep your threat detection system sharp. In the ancient past, when humans faced real physical dangers regularly, this would have been valuable. Your dreams would let you practice escaping from predators, navigating dangerous terrain, dealing with social conflicts. Even today, when most of us don't face life or death situations regularly, we still have social threats and psychological challenges. Dreams might help us prepare for these. They're a simulation, a safe space to experience and work through difficult scenarios. Of course, not all dreams are threatening. You also dream about pleasant things, about people you love, about beautiful places. You have dreams that are surreal and amusing, or simply strange and neutral. So the threat simulation theory doesn't explain everything. It's probably just one piece of the puzzle. The truth is likely that dreams serve multiple purposes. They help you process emotions and memories. They keep your mind flexible and creative. They might help you rehearse responses to challenges. They're a natural part of how your brain maintains itself, refreshes itself, prepares itself for the next day. You don't need to figure any of this out right now. Your brain knows what it's doing. It's been dreaming your whole life, taking care of you while you sleep. Just rest. Let the night unfold. Part 4. The content of dreams, 80:00105:00. What do people dream about? This question has fascinated researchers for decades. And while every person's dreams are unique, there are some surprising commonalities. A researcher named Calvin Hall collected over 50,000 dream reports from people over several decades. He analyzed them carefully, looking for patterns. And he found that certain themes appear again and again across different people, different cultures, different times. Let your body be heavy and relaxed. Sink into the softness beneath you. The most common setting for dreams is your own home, or a home-like place. Makes sense, doesn't it? Home is where you spend much of your time, where many of your important experiences happen. Your brain draws on familiar places when creating dream scenarios. But dream homes are often strange. Rooms that don't exist in your real home. Doors that lead to unexpected places. Your childhood home merged with your current home. Dreams take the familiar and make it just slightly off, just slightly strange. The most common characters in dreams are people you know. Family members, friends, coworkers. But often they're not quite themselves. They might look different, or act out of character. Sometimes people from different parts of your life appear together in ways that would never happen in reality. And interestingly, you usually dream about yourself. You're almost always present in your own dreams. But again, often in a strange way. Sometimes you're watching yourself from outside, like a camera. Sometimes you're experiencing the dream from behind your own eyes. Sometimes you're not quite yourself, but you still know you are yourself. Dreams have a fluid sense of identity. Things transform easily. People become other people. You accept these transformations without question. Emotions in dreams are usually negative more often than positive. Not overwhelmingly so, but there's a bias toward anxiety, confusion, frustration. This might support the idea that dreams help you process challenges and threats. Your brain spends its dreaming time working through the difficult stuff. But you also have wonderful dreams. Dreams of flying, or being in beautiful places, or being with people you love. Dreams where you feel joy or peace or excitement. Some of the most common dream themes are universal human experiences. Flying appears in dreams across all cultures. So does falling. Being chased. Being naked in public. Taking a test you're not prepared for. These themes seem to tap into basic human anxieties and desires. The desire for freedom, represented by flying. The fear of losing control, represented by falling. Social anxiety, represented by being exposed or unprepared. Your dreams are deeply personal, drawn from your own life and experiences. But they're also connected to the broader human experience. We all share these dreaming minds. Breathe slowly. Feel the darkness around you like a soft blanket. Colors in dreams are interesting. Most people dream in color, though you might not always remember the colors upon waking. Some people dream entirely in black and white, though this is less common now than it was when black and white television was widespread. Your brain seems to be influenced by the visual media you consume. Dreams often have a narrative quality, like stories. There's usually some kind of plot, even if it's strange and meandering. Events follow each other in sequence. There are beginnings, middles, and ends, though they might not make logical sense. Your brain is naturally a storytelling machine. Even in sleep, it's creating narratives, trying to make sense of the images and emotions swirling through your mind. Some dreams are mundane, almost boring. You dream about going to work, or having a conversation, or doing everyday tasks. These dreams might be part of memory consolidation, your brain reviewing and storing ordinary experiences. Other dreams are fantastical, surreal, impossible. You can breathe underwater. You can visit places that don't exist. You can talk to people who have passed away. The laws of physics don't apply. Time moves strangely. These are the dreams that feel most dreamlike. They show you just how creative your mind is, how many possibilities it can generate when freed from the constraints of waking reality. And then there are nightmares. Dreams that are frightening or disturbing. Everyone has nightmares sometimes, especially during times of stress or change. Nightmares might serve a purpose. They might help you confront fears in a safe context. Or they might be your brain working through traumatic or difficult experiences, trying to process them. If you have frequent nightmares, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It might just mean your brain is working hard to help you cope with challenges in your life. Though if nightmares are severely disrupting your sleep, it's worth talking to someone about them. But tonight, let yourself imagine gentle dreams. Peaceful dreams. Dreams of comfort and safety. Let your mind wander into soft scenarios. Walking through a quiet garden. Floating on calm water. Being somewhere safe and beautiful. Part 5, Lucid Dreaming, 105:00125:00. Sometimes, in the middle of a dream, something remarkable happens. You realize you're dreaming. You become aware, conscious, while still in the dream state. This is called lucid dreaming. And it's one of the most fascinating phenomena in sleep science. Let your breathing be soft and natural. There's no effort here, no trying. Just listening and drifting. Most dreams, you're not aware you're dreaming. You fully believe the dream is real while it's happening. You accept the strange logic of the dream world. Only when you wake up do you realize it was a dream. But in a lucid dream, you maintain some awareness. You know you're dreaming while the dream is still happening. And sometimes, you can even control the dream, deciding what happens next. People have known about lucid dreaming for a long time. Tibetan Buddhist monks have practiced what they call dream yoga for centuries, techniques for becoming aware in dreams. They see it as a form of spiritual practice, a way to understand the nature of consciousness. But Western science only began studying lucid dreaming seriously in the 1970s and 80s. Researchers like Stephen LaBerge at Stanford University developed ways to verify that lucid dreaming was real. The challenge was this: how do you know if someone is really conscious during a dream? They're asleep, paralyzed, with their eyes closed. They can't tell you what's happening. LaBerge had a clever idea. He trained lucid dreamers to signal to him during a dream. Remember, during REM sleep, your eye muscles aren't paralyzed. Your eyes move rapidly, randomly. But LaBerge taught lucid dreamers to move their eyes in a specific pattern when they became lucid in a dream. And it worked. The dreamers would fall asleep in the lab, hooked up to EEG machines. The researchers would wait until they entered REM sleep. And then, amazingly, the sleeper's eyes would move in the prearranged pattern. Left, right, in a deliberate signal. They were conscious in their dreams. They were aware and able to communicate, even while completely asleep. This opened up incredible possibilities for research. Scientists could now ask questions about the dream state and get answers in real time. Feel your body becoming lighter, more distant. Like you're floating just above the bed. Not everyone has lucid dreams naturally. Some people have them frequently, others rarely or never. But research suggests that lucid dreaming is a skill that can be learned. There are techniques you can practice. Reality testing during the day, where you regularly check whether you're dreaming or awake. Keeping a dream journal, which helps you remember your dreams and recognize dream signs. Certain meditation practices. Even just thinking about lucid dreaming before you fall asleep can increase your chances. When you become lucid in a dream, you have choices. You can simply observe the dream, watching it unfold while knowing it's not real. Or you can try to control things. Fly. Visit places you want to see. Have conversations with dream characters. Some people use lucid dreaming for creative purposes, exploring ideas in a dream state. Others use it to confront nightmares, knowing they're safe because it's only a dream. Some just use it for fun, for the sheer joy of being conscious in that impossible dream world. But lucid dreams are still dreams. Your brain is still in REM sleep. And often, even when you're lucid, the dream has its own momentum. You might realize you're dreaming, but then the dream carries you along anyway. Your awareness comes and goes. That's okay. Lucid dreaming isn't about control. It's about awareness. About being present in that strange state between waking and sleeping. You don't need to have lucid dreams to benefit from dreaming. Your regular dreams are already helping you, already serving their purpose. Lucid dreaming is just one more variation, one more way the sleeping mind can experience itself. Let your thoughts become softer, more diffuse. Like clouds spreading across a wide sky. There's something profound about lucid dreaming. It shows you that consciousness is more flexible than you might think. That awareness can exist in different states, different levels. That your mind is vast and strange and full of possibilities. But you don't need to chase lucid dreams. You don't need to do anything special. Just sleep. Just let your mind do what it does naturally. Your dreams, lucid or not, are a gift. A nightly journey into mystery. A private theater where your mind shows you things you couldn't see any other way. Part 6, Dreams Across Cultures, 125:00-145:00. Throughout human history, across every culture, people have wondered about dreams. And every culture has developed its own understanding, its own relationship with the dreaming mind. Rest deeply now. Let these words wash over you like a gentle stream. Many indigenous cultures see dreams as deeply meaningful, as messages or visitations. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia believe that dreams connect them to the dream time, the eternal time of creation when ancestral beings shaped the world. Dreams aren't separate from waking life. They're another dimension of reality. In many Native American traditions, dreams are treated as guidance. Young people might go on vision quests, seeking dreams that will reveal their purpose or their spirit animal. Dreams are respected, discussed, shared with the community. The Iroquois people had a sophisticated understanding of dreams centuries before Freud. They believed dreams expressed hidden wishes and fears, and that it was important to honor those dreams, to act on their messages to maintain psychological balance. In traditional Chinese culture, dreams were seen as the soul traveling. While your body slept, your spirit could visit other realms, other times. Dream interpretation was an important practice, and certain dreams were thought to be prophetic. The ancient Greeks and Romans practiced incubation dreaming. If you had a problem or needed guidance, you would go to a temple, perform rituals, and sleep there hoping for a dream that would provide answers. Temples of Asclepius were healing centers where dreams were considered part of the cure. Islamic tradition holds certain dreams in high regard. The Prophet Muhammad received revelations in dreams. Dreams are divided into categories: true dreams from God, dreams from oneself, and dreams from Satan. A good dream is considered a blessing, something to be grateful for. In Hindu tradition, Dreams are discussed extensively in ancient texts. They're seen as one of three states of consciousness, along with waking and deep sleep. Dreams can be prophetic, symbolic, or simply the mind processing experiences. Let yourself drift on these stories from across the world, across time. Modern Western culture has a complicated relationship with dreams. On one hand, we're fascinated by them. We make movies about dreams, write songs about them, discuss them with friends. On the other hand, we often dismiss them as meaningless, as just random brain activity. But maybe we can learn something from other cultures. Maybe we can take dreams seriously without being superstitious about them. We can appreciate them as meaningful experiences, as reflections of our inner life, without believing they're literal predictions of the future. Your dreams are yours. They come from your mind, your memories, your emotions, your experiences. They're as much a part of you as your waking thoughts. Maybe more so, because they show you parts of yourself you might not see otherwise. In some cultures, people share their dreams each morning. Families or communities gather and talk about what they dreamed. It's a form of bonding, a way to understand each other more deeply. There's something beautiful about this practice. In sharing dreams, you share your inner world. You let others see the strange, creative, vulnerable places in your mind. Even if you don't share your dreams with others, you can honor them yourself. Notice them. Be curious about them. See what they might be showing you about your feelings, your concerns, your deepest self. Or don't. That's okay too. You can simply let them be what they are, nightly visitors, strange and familiar, a natural part of being human. Breathe deeply. Feel the night all around you, quiet and safe. Dreams connect us across time and space. People thousands of years ago, on the other side of the world, had dreams much like yours. The same strange logic. The same emotional intensity. The same blend of memory and imagination. We're all dreamers. We've always been dreamers. It's part of what makes us human. Part 7, Dreams and Creativity, 145:00-165:00. There's a special relationship between dreams and creativity. Artists, writers, musicians, and scientists have long recognized that dreams can be a source of inspiration. Let your mind be loose and open, like a sail catching a gentle breeze. We've already mentioned a few examples. The structure of benzene discovered in a dream. Yesterday composed in a dream. Mary Shelley's Dream of Frankenstein. But there are so many more. Robert Louis Stevenson said he dreamed the entire plot of The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He woke up from the dream and wrote the story in just 3 days. Salvador Dali deliberately cultivated dreamlike states for his surrealist paintings. He would hold a key in his hand as he dozed off, sitting in a chair. As he fell into deeper sleep and his muscles relaxed, the key would fall, the noise waking him. He'd immediately sketch whatever images were in his mind from that hypnagogic state between waking and sleeping. The inventor Elias Howe was trying to design a sewing machine but couldn't figure out where to put the hole in the needle. He dreamed of being captured by warriors who thrust spears at him. The spears had holes in their tips. He woke up and realized that's where the hole in the needle needed to be. That dream led to the invention of the modern sewing machine. Dreams give you access to a different kind of thinking. A more associative, less linear kind of thinking. Your brain makes connections it wouldn't make when you're awake and being logical. Problems that seem impossible during the day sometimes solve themselves in dreams. Your dreaming mind can see patterns and possibilities that your waking mind misses. This is why people sometimes say sleep on it when you're facing a difficult decision. There's wisdom in that advice. Your sleeping brain will continue working on the problem, turning it over in different ways, exploring options. You might not dream a complete solution like Elias Howe did. But you might wake up with a new perspective, a fresh approach. Dreams can unstick you when you're stuck. Let your thoughts become like water, flowing easily, finding their own path. Even if you're not trying to solve a specific problem, dreams enhance your creativity simply by being what they are. They show you that your mind is capable of creating entire worlds. Complex scenarios. Novel combinations of ideas and images. You're a creator every night. You might not be trying to create anything, but you do it anyway. Your brain builds dreams the way a spider builds a web, naturally, instinctively. And this creative capacity doesn't disappear when you wake up. The same brain that creates dreams creates art, music, stories, inventions, solutions. Dreaming keeps your creative pathways open and active. Some people keep a dream journal specifically to capture ideas from dreams. They keep a notebook by their bed and write down their dreams as soon as they wake up. Sometimes there's nothing useful. But sometimes there's an image, a phrase, a concept that sparks something. You don't have to do this. You don't have to use your dreams for anything. But it's nice to know that they're there, this nightly well of creativity, always available to you. Let yourself appreciate your dreaming mind. It's strange and wild and endlessly inventive. It takes the raw material of your life and makes something new every night. Even the most ordinary dream is a creative act. Your brain is generating images, narratives, emotions, all from nothing. All from itself. You're more creative than you know. Your dreams prove it. Part 8. The mystery remains, 165:00-180:00. We've talked about so much tonight. The stages of sleep. REM sleep and rapid eye movements. Brain paralysis and neural activity. Theories about why we dream. Common dream themes. Lucid dreaming. Cultural perspectives. Creativity and dreams. But for all we've learned about dreams, for all the careful research and fascinating discoveries, dreams remain mysterious. Rest here, in the quiet darkness. Let the mystery be comforting rather than unsettling. We can measure brain waves. We can wake people during REM sleep and ask what they were dreaming. We can identify the parts of the brain that are active or inactive during dreams. We can even communicate with lucid dreamers in real time. But we can't fully explain why you experience dreams the way you do. Why your dreams feel so real. Why they're so strange yet so familiar. Why you accept their logic while you're in them but recognize their absurdity when you wake. Consciousness itself is still largely a mystery. We don't fully understand why or how subjective experience arises from neural activity. Why it feels like something to be you. Why there's an inner world at all. And dreams are consciousness in perhaps its strangest form. Consciousness without external input. A mind experiencing itself, creating its own reality, lost in its own creations. It's beautiful, really, that some mysteries remain. That despite all our science and technology, we haven't figured everything out. There's still wonder in the world. There's still room for awe. Every night, when you fall asleep, you enter this mystery. You leave the ordinary world behind and travel somewhere else. Somewhere that's entirely inside you, yet feels like a place you go to. Let the darkness hold you gently. Feel how natural it is to be here, on the edge of sleep. Your dreams are yours alone. No one else can dream them. No one else can experience them.